on. If you are watching this video on YouTube, comment below. Let us know what you were sipping on while you were watching us, while you were tuning in. Now, this one is hard for me because I don't know. I know Meg killed her verse on WAP. Like,
Meg can actually rap.
Yes.
And Meg writes her rap.
Yes.
So.
Talent. If we was talking about talent, hands down, Meg. I don't know. I don't think me and Meg would have a fun time together. I don't know. We might. She's a cute girl. She's really talented. We're both writers, so I probably could learn a lot from her. Cardi B. I've been in love with Cardi B for the longest time, but Cardi B is just like, I feel like you gotta take her in doses.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, she's the girl that you can't get enough of, but at the same time, she's like a drug. She would be like a drug, and you would be trying to figure out, why am I still trying to get this high? And you'd be like, okay, you gotta talk yourself down. Like, nah, we're not gonna call Carly today. We're not gonna hang out with her. She goes, what you doing now? And you would be sucked right back in, like, all right, I'm about to go hang with Carly.
I seen a video of her on the video with her and her husband on the FaceTime and the baby in the background running. And
I see that.
Like,
I see that.
Stop looking at this old ass. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
she seems like she's a lot of fun. So I'm definitely picking, I don't think none of us said we would be talking about. I'm gonna pick Cardi B. We are going to talk about manifesting our dreams because that's my girl, my go-to girl when it comes to manifesting your dreams. She straight put herself where she is at right now. And I truly believe it was off of her thoughts and her will and
to get there.
Yeah, to get there. Like, no matter how many people told her she couldn't rap, she wasn't good at what she was doing, she was determined to get her foot through the door, and she made everybody love her. And it goes to show, like, you gotta believe in yourself. Forget what anybody else says. You don't need a million people to believe in you. You just need one person or the right opportunity or the door to open, be seen by the right person or whatever, and then you take off. But you have to believe in yourself first. It's so many people that are kicking themselves because they thought she wasn't nothing, and now she's a millionaire. I just posted that. Like, imagine how it feels when nobody believes in you, and then boom, you're a millionaire. Like, she lived
like,
that.
I know her.
Yeah, like she lived that dream. Like, she is a walking example of that dream of people not believing in you, and then boom. That girl that was stripping, yeah, that girl that was stripping, that girl y'all was probably calling dirty or uneducated or da-da-da-da. Yes, now she's a millionaire. So who do y'all think won?
Meg.
Cardi.
All right, so Meg wins with 85% of the votes. Meg the Stallion.
She knew what to sing.
Yeah, and she that thick brown skinned girl.
Thick brown.
Yeah, she ever had anything done? You sure? All right, so we are moving right along into our next topic, which is orgasms. Whoop, 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 whoop. And my source for tonight is going to be one source. It's going to be the sourcehealth.com. Oh, it's health.com. That's my source for tonight. I'm going to give you like 4 facts about orgasms, things that you may have didn't know about, because I know I don't know about orgasms like that. You know what I mean? I've had an orgasm. I've probably had a couple. I don't know, because it's orgasm. Isn't orgasm and just straight? How do I use that word without being too direct?
Just say it.
Right.
Is orgasm and coming 2 different things?
Yes.
Okay, so Tayana took a deep breath in.
No, I was just gonna say that it's a very popular question, and It is. It is in a sense of orgasming is like you finishing, and then coming. You can do that multiple times, leading up to the big orgasm.
Okay. So I've had that experience with the, and I know it sounds corny, but it really did happen. We're like sparks. I seen like yes, and I was crying, and I wanted them to stop, and I wanted to keep going and stop and keep going. And it's like totally, it's a crazy ass feeling, losing control of your body, like not being able to be in control, and then you feel like you're about to pee on yourself, but you're not peeing on yourself, and
you gotta push through that.
Yes, I had no choice, and you just like push through it. I want to read this statement because I like what they stated in this article, and I know some people are against talking about sex, like, oh, y'all only talking about sex because y'all want to pop or whatever. But no, we need to normalize talking about sex. The more info you have, the more empowered you are to get what you want and need when it comes to your crazy pleasures. And it's the truth. Like, if it wasn't meant for us to orgasm and come and do all that stuff, then it wouldn't be a part of us. Right. And we as women, I feel like we need to empower each other by speaking about it, sharing our experiences, talking to our partners about it, so we know what we want, and vice versa. They can tell us what they want, and blah, 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 blah. So Tayama, since you are the romance queen and you help people spice up their love life, do you ever have anyone come to you and talk to you about orgasms, like how they can orgasm more, or do you supply anything that helps with orgasms?
Yeah, so I get several different, depending on what they have going on, whether they're in a relationship or single. I actually had one client reach out to me and think that something was wrong with her because she felt like she couldn't orgasm with her partner, and they had tried several different things. But what many people don't realize is that the statistics are a lot. Like, it's a big number as to how many women do not orgasm. So we're not broken, it's not unnatural, or you're normal, it's fine. So
can I tell you, the statistic here says that 18% of women orgasm from penetration alone. That's a low.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a low number.
So the number one thing that I recommend is to pleasure yourself. You have to masturbate. You have to, feel around down there and try different things. Use your hand, use toys, use different objects. Let me not say not objects. Use toys, use your hand. Things that are made for sexual.
Don't use the toothbrush.
Don't use the doorknob, the toothbrush, the shampoo bottle. Don't use what they say. Lil' Kim could put a whole 7-Up kid. Don't do that. This was when I was back in high school. So. But definitely, experiment with toys, different creams, enhancements, and things like that, because that is how you're going to know how your body responds and what you enjoy. And then you can share that information with your partner.
Yeah, because you can't tell somebody else. I mean, you can't expect somebody else
to
know if you don't even know.
And I'm sure,
what gets you there.
Right. We all have had probably more than one partner at minimum. So each person is different.
It's different.
Stroke game is different.
Yeah, but you know what? I was going to say that because a lot of men like to say, well, I can. And I'm like, no, you know how to sleep with who you've been sleeping with. You don't know how to sleep with me. Right? It's every person is different.
Everybody's different, yeah.
Like, what worked for her might not work for me.
Exactly. Because some, like, I don't like a lot of spit. So
we got to go there. Spit is not lube, so that's probably why you don't like a lot of spit. But that's the number one.
I didn't mean it. I'm about to I don't like kissing and leaving all that.
Yeah. One is
I'm the dripping.
Oh yeah. Don't like that. Need to turn the air on high. Yeah, I don't like a lot of. We gonna get into that.
If you're not a fan. If you don't got no air in your house,
listen, even with the air on, if it's a
I don't feel like you should be doing it.
Oh my God, y'all too picky. Y'all too picky.
It's not
Yes, now you know
Man, listen.
it ain't going. The temperature is not going to matter. So let me hit y'all with the first.
To get back to your question, that is the number one thing that I find. Like when I ask, okay, what's going on? What have you tried? What don't you like? Things like that. And masturbation is something that women
Don't
are
do.
either uncomfortable. It doesn't feel natural to them, so they won't do it.
It's a stigma.
Mhm.
What?
It's a stigma around women and pleasuring themselves.
Well,
I'm at it every day.
That's how I am sometimes.
A female won't. They'll like.
I could do it like, cause to me, first of all, I heard that it releases stress,
Yes.
and for me, it's my time with me. Like,
That should be
especially if I can't get this.
This guy.
Especially if I can't get to sleep.
Is there any stats on how many women actually pleasure themselves?
We didn't. I didn't.
That's a good question to poll. I'll poll my group members. Get that to you.
Yeah, I didn't pull up that stat. I do have a stat that 18% of women orgasm from penetration alone. So basically, women need more than penetration.
Yeah, it's a stimulation.
They need their
Foreplay.
clitoral stimulation. Yup, that's exactly what it says. And is it really that hard to find the clitoris? Because it's like right there at the front.
So when it comes to the clitoris, it goes up. We extend 8 inches. However, we have a clitoral hood. So guys get down there and want to just be tap, 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 tap. Yeah. It ain't even like you ain't even no foreplay. That thing ain't coming out. We ain't playing peekaboo.
So you gotta get her to come out. You learn something new every day.
And once the blood rushes, it engorges.
And that's what
I have experienced that, and I always feel like that's a woman's version of blue balls. Like, cause
I clit on hard.
yeah, cause I've experienced that where it's gotten
swollen.
yes, and I'm like, oh honey, like
Yeah.
Grab the nearest bullet.
Okay, so another thing is multiple orgasms. They are not a myth. Multiple orgasms, some women experience long cascading orgasms where you continue to have a strong rhythmic pelvic
Pulsing.
what's that word? Contraction
Oh, okay.
for a long time.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that you could have, because
Multiple orgasms?
like at the same time, like right there in that moment,
Yes.
within that in them 5 or 2 minutes, you can have like
AKA riding the wave.
Yeah.
They call it riding the wave off of the first orgasm.
so drop some knowledge of Tammy.
So orgasm, you have different. So you can have like vaginal is a way for you to climax. You get the sensation from different areas. So nipple stimulation, vaginal stimulation, the G-spot, all of that leads to like that orgasm. So when you got all of that stuff just
Going
hit
at the
and
same-
touch, yeah, you're gonna get that sensation. You're
Mm-mm.
gonna ride that wave.
You gonna ride the wave.
So do you have any specific toys that you would recommend to a woman who might be, their partner might not know where their little spot is, or doesn't, or she just needs to get off on her own? She's like, I'm tired of waiting for him to, like, his sex is just trash. And I love him, but the shit trash.
That's where, again, pleasuring yourself is gonna let you know what you prefer. Like, if you enjoy just clitoral stimulation or you want that penetration, like your stat said. So start with a bullet. That's gonna, you can get that clitoral stimulation. Some bullets you can insert, and you can feel that. And that's like your go-to. If he ain't, getting you off, and you finish with him, hop on off and go ahead and handle your 1-2 with your bullet. But then you know what type of toys you're looking for out of that aspect. Like, okay, I need something that's going to take care of both. Like, I want it to go in and I want it to stimulate my clitoris. So then you want a dual action toy. So those are like the rules. And I mean, don't be stingy with your stuff. How many pairs of panties and bras do you have? So go get yourself a toy for the clitoris, a toy for the vagina. If you have a partner, a toy for you and your partner. Like,
They got
give yourself some
toys.
options. So you can use the vibrators to stimulate your nipples, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we have like creams that you can apply to give it flavor. It gives it a tingling sensation, so then your partner will linger there longer. Because if you're like, I love my nipples to be licked and sucked on, but they like give you a little and then keep it moving, add some flavor. Give them a reason to linger there. Besides it being, you know, huge or whatever, you know, palm size. Different guys like different thing, you know, different strokes for different folks. Some guys like just to be able to palm it. Some guys like to motorboat it. You just gotta.
So what do you feel like about just like, because I feel like some women aren't really concerned, like we've been taught to not be concerned about orgasm. Like it's more about the emotional and like the sentimental, or what's it called, intimacy. And
you definitely need intimacy, but intimacy, you can have intimacy without sex.
Say it again.
So let's just talk about you can have intimacy without sex, but let's just talk about some of the benefits of an orgasm.
Intimacy with sex.
You can have better sleep. So those of you who have insomnia, you want to have that orgasm. It reduces pain. So whatever type of pain you may be feeling, headaches, you know.
I got a statistic on that. It reduces, or it helps with migraine.
Mm-hmm. It's going to boost your immune system, increases our self-esteem. I mean, after an orgasm, don't y'all, what he say, you won't get in that kitchen and cook them tacos? You clean the whole house, like, I'm feeling real good. Let me get up and do my one too. Mm-hmm. You can have shortened periods from, you know, orgasms. And you definitely burn calories. Like sex is the best exercise. Let me tell you. And then it helps reduce blood pressure in women as well.
Drop down.
So,
hey, did y'all hear that? Make sure you comment below and tell us what your experience has. You had an orgasm ever saved your headache, like rescue from a headache or a migraine?
It's a mood booster. Like I could be real bitchy, have an orgasm, and then I'm like very pleasant. Whole like 180.
So it says the average orgasm lasts up to 2 minutes. And then my next one was talking about how it has been shown, a study was shown that that orgasms moderate or completely relieve you of migraines and headaches. That's amazing.
I mean, just aside from feeling good, it releases those endorphins. So.
This morning I had a conversation about that. I was like, babe, I think that you should help me release some endorphins because I wasn't feeling good. So I was like, I think that you should help me get that. And it kind of worked out. My day was a little bit better than it would have normally had been. All right, so how about this? Have y'all ever heard of this one? Orgasms shut off the part of your brain that processes fear. It also shuts off the part that has that self-control, moral reasoning, and it decreases that in the moment. So in the moment of an orgasm, you have no morals. You're fearless.
But if you think about how many people get caught with their pants down. Like seriously, like think about how many people get busted having sex in the most awkward places.
But they talk about like in that, because Meg even has like a line in her video, like when you get on top of, in her song, when you get on top of that dick, ask for a car, because he's about to come. Whatever you want, like that part of the brain that would tell him, hey, you might not want to get her a car right now. That part of the brain has completely shut off because he is about to.
You just really like you're focused on that. You're focused on that orgasm.
You're chasing the orgasm.
You don't care about nothing else that's happening. That's how people always. It just happens.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. How many people can you seriously like think about? I work in a casino.
Oh gosh.
So I already know like how many people got busted on the job in the back having sex because they just couldn't control themselves. They were chasing the orgasm.
Well, I feel like it took a lot more than just
Entertainment Uncut said that's why people can be addicted to sex, right?
Because of that orgasm.
Yes, the endorphins.
So endorphins, yes. That's a good point, yeah, because of the endorphins, whatever. The endorphins.
Yeah.
So do you have any facts, Khalida, about males? Because we're not just going to talk about the female orgasm, even though we need to talk about that more because it takes women like what 2 times like.
Women need foreplay. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
like,
The
it's
fact
harder
that
for us
people
to
think that you
orgasm.
should just that foreplay. First of all, foreplay does not start in the bedroom. Foreplay starts way before the bedroom.
In a bank account.
Right in my pocket. In my pocket.
You pay a bill? Oh my God! It's a
Yes.
pool down there.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now, these nipples get harder than bricks.
Listen, coochie on hard or car note.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have some kind of they're real facts.
But my face wasn't
No,
real.
I'm not saying that, but they're not as serious as your facts. They're not as serious as your facts. Some of them are kind of funny. Some little known facts that you probably didn't know. So, during World War I, M16 used semen as invisible ink to decode messages.
What?
They used semen to write notes
Because
because
just sitting there like
yes, and because the semen was already readily available. They always had semen, so they could always write.
That's some real. I don't
if
even
you
want to
wanna
say
know
it.
how many
Food
times you like you
shit.
gotta put it in your bag, you gotta put it in your bag. They was like, no, but I got
If you
semen.
go back and hit me off real quick.
Ew.
So, another one is male orgasms can last anywhere between